And when I got to the US, one thing that I wasn't prepared for is being a Black girl in America, which is very different from being a Black girl in the Caribbean. I experienced a few of what we call microaggressions, and the thing about microaggression, the term, is that when you look at the word micro, you say, "Oh, it's nothing big. It's something you can live with." But really, microaggressions are serious because they affect you in a way that you might not be aware of right away. So it's little things like people telling me, "Oh, wow, you're really smart for a Black girl," or "You speak very well for a Haitian girl." Little things like that. Some of it having to do with my immigrant background, some of it having to do with my race. I remember, for instance, that my first semester in college, I had a hard time keeping up because I was studying in a new language. I had learned English in Haiti, but I had never been in an English-speaking environment. I had read books, I watched TV, but I never studied in English. So it was very hard for me to keep up with some of my classes. I ended up getting all A's except for that one class because the final exam was only 30 minutes and I just couldn't translate all the answers in my head in 30 minutes. And the teacher was gracious enough. She let me stay 5 to 10 minutes later. And at graduation, I graduated summa cum laude, and my GPA was really high. And the teacher was at the graduation, and she came to me and she told me, "You know what? You got all A's at Berry except for my class where you got a B. I always assumed that you were lazy. I didn't realize that you were coming from another country and dealing with learning a new language." And I really started thinking about it and what it meant. And I started thinking, why would she think I'm lazy? I was always in class on time. I was always asking questions. And the only answer I could come up with when I looked at all the other students who were in the class who were not like me, they were all Caucasian, they were all non-immigrant, which is very surprising for a class taking place in Miami. But that was the fact that she had assumed that I was lazy because I was different. And that was my first experience. I mean, coming from Haiti where life is so hard, you learn that education is the key. I've always taken education seriously, and there was nothing really in my behavior that would have warranted the label lazy. So I was really surprised. And that was my first experience with covert racism.